हेलो गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
सर क्लास चालू କରନ୍ତୁ। मेसेज
ହଉ
ଆସିଛି ସନ୍ତୋଷ ସାର୍ ଆଜି ଆସିବେ ରହିବେ ନାହିଁ।
ओके ठीक ଅଛି। So good morning learners. So yesterday we have discussed about different movements, tribal movements, women movements, and Dalit movements. Okay. So today we'll start another block 5, that is about society, state, society, and religion. So what is the link between these three things? If you discuss about the institutions, as we discussed earlier, that we have many institutions, but here today we'll discuss about three main institutions. So one is political institutions, so another is society or social institution, and another is religious institutions. So what are the link between these three institutions, and what are the problems faced by the society? Because all the institutions are the part of society. So society ର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ସବୁ parts ଅଛି, ଏଇ ଯୋଉ institutions ଅଛି, ତ ଏଥିରେ ଯଦି କିଛି changes ଆସିବ, indirectly it will affect the society. So first ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା state, ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଅଛି topic state, society and religion. State means what? The state is a political organization, a political institution which run the nation. ଗୋଟେ nation କୁ run କରିବା ପାଇଁ, ଗୋଟେ nation କୁ ଚଳେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ state ଦରକାର. ଆମେ ଯଦି simply ଦେଖିବା what is the state and what are the main features of a state, ତା ଦେହରେ ଆସିବ population, territory, government ଆଉ sovereignty. এই ଚାରିଟା ଜିନିଷ ଆସିବ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ତାକୁ କହିବା ଗୋଟେ state. So without population, state is not possible. To form a state is not possible. Without territory, if there is no boundary, means there is no means map or nothing is there. And government is required for what? Not to rule the nation. And finally, sovereignty. Sovereignty means what? No interference in the matter of state. ମାନେ କଣ ନା other countries ଗୋଟେ state ର ତାର ନିଜର decision ହଉ ବା ତାର territory ଭିତରେ ସେ ଯାହା decision ହଉଛି ତା ଉପରେ interfere କରିପାରିବ ନାହିଁ। ତ ଏଗୁଡା କହିଲେ ଆମେ ଭାବୁଛୁ ଆକୁ state କହୁଛୁ ଆମେ। ତ ଏଇଥିରୁ ଗୋଟେ ବି ଯଦି state ର ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ବି feature ବା ଗୋଟେ ବି ଯଦି ଆମେ କହିବା pillar ବି ଯଦି hamper ହୁଏ ତାହେଲେ total state ବା nation ର problem ହୁଏ। ତ ତାପରେ ଦେଖିବା society. Society means what? Society is a wave of relationship. So as a member of society, we live in the society. Okay. Then religion. So religion ମୁଁ already କହିଛି, religion means what? Now it is a belief. Belief on supernatural power. So all these things are interrelated. So today we'll discuss about two important things. One is communalism and another is secularism. So communalism means is directly related to religion. Okay, so it is a religious problem. So when we discuss about the unity in diversity or threat to national integration, we discuss about what? We discuss about that the communalism, casteism, regionalism, all are the main threat to our national integration. Means it's threat to our unity. So today we'll discuss about what is communalism, what are the factors of communalism. We'll discuss some major rights, okay, communal rights. Then we'll discuss about some sociologically we'll explain it, because communalism, everybody know what is communalism, okay, but from the point of view of sociology we'll discuss about that, okay. Then we'll discuss about in context of India that what is communalism. In next unit we'll discuss about secularism, that what is secularism, okay, secularism कौन, then related to secularism ସେଟା discussion କରିବା। ତ ଏହିପରି ଆମେ ଆଜି ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ ଲିଙ୍କ କରିକି state, society ଆଉ religion କୁ discussion କରିବା। ତ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା states, various type of states are there, okay, various type states, for example monarchical states are there, dictatorial states are there, democratic states are there. So different states, they have there are different principles, rules, regulations. Okay, so some states are very liberal, some states are like some states are very orthodox. ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା କିଛି example ଦେବା ଯଦି, for example, India is a democratic state. Okay, so India is democratic state means what? Now it's little bit not religious, it's secular. If we discuss about the other part of the world, okay, Western countries or Middle East, so these are, or Pakistan, so these are religious countries. Okay, so religion play an important role. तो ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା ସପୋଜ କ୍ୟାଥଲିକ, ଆମେ ଯଦି ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନିଟି ଦେଖିବା, ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନିଟିରେ ବି ସେମିତି ରିଲିଜିୟନ ଇଜ ଡିଭାଇଡେଡ ଇନଟୁ ପ୍ରୋଟେଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ and Catholics and Protestants. Okay, so Catholics are very religious. Okay, so state not play an important role in that societies. So who are playing? The religion means church play an important role. But in Protestant countries, state play an important role. In democratic states, it's the rule by the people. So states play an important role. So various states, similarly in monarchical states, okay, so kingdoms of monarchical states. So there also it's both. Okay, so both religion and plus monarchical form of government. So different states रे different type of religious practices अच्छी बा rules अच्छी. तो सेटा. So हमें first देखिए what is secularism or what is communalism. So we'll start with communalism. So communalism means what? Now communalism means a strong belief towards their own community or own religion. ताको कहो जामे communalism. So ये जो communalism concept टा माने it's derived from two words. Okay, ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା communalism କୋଉଠି ଅଛି ନା communalism is a communalism. Okay, so এটা community and commune based. So ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲେ strong belief towards own community. So before communalism, we should first understand what is community. ଯେମିତି ଆମେ discussion କରିଥିଲେ society କଣ, institutions କଣ, similarly community also one important part of society. So community means what? Now when a group of people live in a particular territory and they have we feelings. You clear? Just ତିନିଟା ଜିନିଷ ମନେ ରଖ. ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି group of people, those who have live in a particular territory and they have we feeling. So the most important feature of a community is we feeling. Means in group or we feeling means bond or solidarity କହିପାରିବ ଆମେ ତାକୁ collective conscience କହିପାରିବ. ତ ସେଇଟା. ତ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ communalism କଥା କହିଦେଉଛେ ସେତେବେଳେ କଣ ଆସୁଛି ନା ମନକୁ ନା ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ community. Suppose take the example of like Muslim community, Hindu community, Christian community. ତ ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ କାହିଁ community କାହିଁ କହୁଛେ ନା ଯେହେତୁ all the member of the particular religion they belongs to a community. No need to be no need any territory. Okay, but they have we feelings that I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian. So I am jo kahuche, it means we. So we are belongs to a particular religion or particular community. So why this communalism started? Now when there is it is about the interest. If someone interest is hampered, particular community now, then this conflict arises. So this is the simple meaning that communalism means what? How do you commune? Same thing. But one difference between community and commune means what? Now this communalism is directly linked to can a same thing. But commune means what? Commune means is attachment towards own group or own commune. So from commune, communalism started. So now we'll start with that communalism and the meaning. Okay. So no need to be discuss about definition because I had already gave the notes a definition. So we'll start with some factors or what are the causes of communalism. So communalism is directly linked with politics. Okay. India is a unity in diversity. So different type of religious people, caste people, race people, okay, linguistic people, regional people, so live together. Okay, so unity in diversity. I mean there is no problem. So ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି accommodations. So ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପଢୁଥିଲେ तो जो यूनिटी रे गोटे थिला कोन ना अकोमोडेशन ट्रेडिशन ऑफ अकोमोडेशन तो ट्रेडिशन ऑफ अकोमोडेशन मींस व्हाट ना वी इजीली अडॉप्ट और एक्सेप्ट others culture by others religion for example ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି for example India is a Hinduism or Hindu country ଯଦି ଆମେ ଏଜ ଓଲ୍ଡ କଥା ଦେଖିବା ତ ହିନ୍ଦୁ country ଆମେ କହିବା but in 6th century BC new religions emerged Buddhism Jainism so society adapt that accommodate with that okay because there is a class between Hinduism and Buddhism Hinduism very, I mean, very traditional, and the rituals practices are very tough. But Buddhism's rituals are very simple. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କଣ ହେଲା ନା easily people adopt that religion. Okay, Buddhism, Jainism, because their principles are very liberal, not that type of rigid. So we adopt. Then come to the medieval period. So in medieval period, when Muslim Sultanate period started, when Muslims came to India, so first there is conflict, but later we accommodate with them. Okay, so India ruled by Muslims, so adjustment is there, so accommodation is there. Similarly, if we discuss about the modern India, in modern India, Britishers came with Britishers, missionaries came. So missionaries they spread Christianity in India. So that is also accepted by Indians. Okay. So there is conversions also happened. So in this way, what now in every stage of society, in every stage of our history, we accommodate, adjust with the new situations or new culture because different religions they are different cultures. I mean, the ethnic group କହିଲା ମାନେ religious so okay, the religious group भी ତା ଦେହରେ ଆସୁଛି ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ different religion ସହିତ ଆମେ differently adopt କରି କରି ଆସୁଛୁ so there is no conflict or no issue okay other religion also for example Zoroastrianism Parsi जो कହୁଛେ that is also adopted we adopt with that culture so in this way we have unity we have unity okay so there is no problem the problem is what the problem is this is the politics or political cause behind the communalism so there is a feeling communal feeling is there okay communal feeling means that I belongs to a particular religion so I have attached with my religions okay a strong belief or faith on my religions so in this way there is inner feeling okay for example I'm just going back one is manifest and latent okay so latent means hidden so in our mind there is a feeling that I belongs to a particular religion so there is no problem it's just a thinking but when this thinking ଯେତେବେଳେ thinking ଟା action ରେ ଆସିଯାଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ଏଇଟା violent form or that is dangerous a threat to our nation or for every nation ତ ଏଇ feelings ଟା mind ରେ ରହୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆସୁନି କାହିଁକି okay because we know that we are united okay maybe our religion different maybe our caste different but still we live together but one major cause of this is na politicization of religion that is a major cause the first important cause is politician of religion so religion is a vote bank as well as a medium for creating disturbances in the society so you see that many times there are many communal rights okay many communal rights but main reason behind the communal rights what now that is the politics okay so for the political purpose okay for political purpose so different political parties or leaders so they what now they use this weapon for their political purpose so first important is what now politics you see many rights ସବୁ rights ପଛରେ ଦେଖିବ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ political hand ଥିବ okay maybe ଗୋଟେ small issue ହେଇଥିବ maybe there is conflict between two neighbors between two religion maybe Hindu or Muslim or Christianity that is not an issue okay but ସେଇ issue କୁ just ଯୋଉଟା I mean solve ହେଇପାରିଥାନ୍ତା adjust ହେଇପାରିଥାନ୍ତା but ତାକୁ ନେଇ ଗୋଟେ big issue କରି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ big communal rights ହେଇଯାଏ okay but ଆ ଭିତରେ either political hands ଥିବ ନହେଲେ religious leader ମାନଙ୍କର hands ଥିବ okay So this is the first cause of or first factor of communism. Then another is economic causes. Economic causes कौन? ना economic causes होची ना inequality. Okay. Take the example of in India. So in India, suppose majority are Hindus. Okay, minorities are Islam, Christianity, and other religions are there. So there is a feeling that only Hindus are benefited by this country, not other minorities. Okay. So this feeling means economy means the minorities community, not particularly Muslim, Christianity, other Sikh, Buddhism, Jainism. So other minorities communities, there means economic status is comparative to other major religions are low. So that is also a main economic cause means economic inequality. Next is history of communal rights. That is also a main factor. Okay, history of communal rights. So after independence or from independence, there are many communal rights. Okay, for examples like partition of India in 1947. So that is the first. Okay, so that is the first communal rights, major communal rights in India. So ସେଇଠି because ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି ଯେ medieval period ରେ when Islam came, Muslim religion came, or Sultanate, Mughal, they came. So in that time there is accommodation is there. There is no problem. Maybe some rulers are very exploitative in nature, but still they contributed a lot their art, architectures. Okay, so we assimilate with their culture. Okay, so before Britishers came also there is a good relation between Hindu and Muslims. There is brotherhood. So there is no riot, no conflict. So peacefully they lived. But when Britishers came, so they started dividing, means divide and rule. So they play the divide and rule, and then they divide the Hindu and Muslims. So the fast riot 1947 is the biggest example of communal rights, not only in India but also in world. Thousands of Hindu and Muslim people have died because of this communal rights. Okay. So next is Government India Act 1909. Okay. In history, because if we discuss about the communalism, then we have to discuss about little bit about history. We have to go back to history so that we will be clear about how this communalism emerged, how started. So like partition of India, so partition of India in 1905. Okay. So sorry, partition of India in 1947. But before that, before 1947, there are other means rights are there. Before, for examples like partition of Bengal, 1905. Okay, so partition of Bengal 1905 in what? Now Bengal is divided into East Bengal and West Bengal. Okay, so on the basis of this religion, Hindu majority and Muslim majority nation. For example, East Bengal is Bangladesh and West Bengal is part of India. So it is a majority Hindu populated territory, and that is Muslim. So on this basis, they divided the Hindu and Muslims. Okay. And next is what the Government of Indian Act 1909. In that what now earlier there is no means separate seats for assembly, but British government to divide the Hindu Muslim. So से कौन कहला ना new seats reserved they reserve seats for Muslims. So in this way what ना ये जो unity थिला धीरे धीरे सेटा भांगी भांगी गला. Similarly, communal rights of 1932 हो, British policy of divide and rule हो, all are responsible for this communalism. So this is the history. अब आमे जदि present को आसीबा present माने after independence सब केते rights ହେଲା partition of 1947 anti-Sikh riot 1984 तापरे होची ethnic cleanses of Kashmir Pandit. Okay, so तांको पंडित मानू को जो कश्मीर बाहर कर दिले बा तांको किल कले. So 1989 सबुठु इम्पोर्टेंट सबुठु मेन जदि इंडिया रा हम देखा आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस जदि सबुठु बड़ गोटे कोन राइट्स होइछि दैट इज बाबरी मस्जिद. 1992. Okay, so still this the issue is solved now. Okay, so that this is means what? This is the construction of temple and masjid. So this is means what? This is directly indicate it is religious, it's communal. Then Assam communal violence 2012, Muzaffarnagar violence 2013 recent. So these are some of the means what? These are some of the rights, major rights, which are the examples of communal rights. Okay, so for communalism, history also responsible. History of communal rights. For example, so Babri Masjid issue is 1992. Okay, but still that continue till 2019-20. It means what? There is some history is linked. So ଆହୁରି ବି ସେମିତି ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଯେ at least many Muslim rulers they destroy Hindu temples. Okay, so it means what? Now when we think about that they destroyed, then there is a feeling, communal feeling arises in our mind. When we think, when we read about that the Muslim rulers, okay, Muslim rulers or Britishers, anyone, they exploited the Hindus, Indians. So then also this feeling will come. So history also responsible for this history of communal rights responsible for this communalism. Then isolation and economic backwardness of Muslim community. Isolation means what? Na isolated area. So Muslims are isolated in India. Everywhere Muslims are there, but they are minority. Okay, so they are backward. So because of this backwardness, because of this economic backwardness, they feel deprived. ମୁଁ ଆଗରୁ ବି କହିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ concept କହିଥିଲି relative deprivation. Relative deprivation means what? Now when we relate our status with others, then we feel deprived. Means कौन? Example, for example, there is majority are there, majority religions are there, minorities are there. Okay, so ଦି ଜଣ peacefully ରହୁଛନ୍ତି, but when minorities feel that they are deprived, they are neglected by the nation or state. For example, take the example, suppose Muslims, they think that we are deprived, we are neglected in India, then they feel deprived, and that deprivation create tension in the society. Take the example of like Kashmir issue. Kashmir issue कि बाकी जेकोनोसी जगह I mean minorities ଅଛନ୍ତି. They feel that we are deprived. Okay, so we are neglected by the nation. So this feeling, this isolation, this economic backwardness, also a cause of this communalism. Then administrative failure. Okay, that is also a means administrative means that is also a political cause. So administrative means what? Administrative failure means what? Now administration are not able to control the riot. If initial stage the riot को control करा जाए परिबो, then it will not take a violent form. So it will take violent form because of administrative failure, because of administrative lacuna. ठीक से ସେମାନେ control କରିପାରନ୍ତିନି, ठीक से enforcement କରିପାରନ୍ତିନି. So for that reason कौन? A communal rights slowly spread. Okay. So ଏବେ recently Bangalore जो issue होଉଛି, okay, that is not related to this communalism, but how it spread. Okay, ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ମାନେ ଛୋଟ ଗୋଟେ riot ଏତେ spread କେମିତି ହଉଛି? It is because of that administrative failure. Okay, because of lack of police enforcement ହଉ ବା control ହଉ ବା decision making ରେ ହଉ, ତ ସେଇ failure ପାଇଁ ବି communalism spread କରେ. ତାପରେ ଆହୁରି ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି political issue ବି ରହିଛି. Okay, political issue କଣ? If politicians ଯଦି ବି control କରିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବେ ତାହେଲେ କରିପାରିବେ. Suppose different religious leaders ଯଦି ଚାହିଁବେ କରିପାରିବେ, but they inject for this riot. Okay. So next is role of media. That is also a main cause of communalism. So media highlights. Okay. ଗୋଟେ small ଜିନିଷକୁ highlight କରିକି media ଆସେ. Okay. Suppose ଗୋଟେ particular ଗୋଟେ place ରେ କିଛି communal rights ହେଇଛି, particular ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ. That is limited to that place. But through media, that is spread all over India. Normally people से जानते नहीं rights टा कौन पे है, what is the issue with that, but immediately those who belongs to those religions, so immediately a what a feelings come that our religious peoples are attacked by a particular religion. ସେ issue ଜାଣି ନଥିବେ, what the news is ଜାଣି ନଥିବେ, but media ତାକୁ highlight କରିକି ତାକୁ modify କରିକି ଏମିତି present କରନ୍ତି ଯେ at least ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ wrong notion ଯାଏ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ। ଆଉ ସେଇଠି କଣ ଯୋଉଟା ଗୋଟେ limited area ରେ ହେଇଥିଲା ସେଇଟା ଚାରିଆଡେ spread ହେଇଯିବ, ତାହେଲେ it will take a more violent form of communalism. And next is social media. So nowadays all are using social media. So social media means what? For example, ସବୁ WhatsApp ହଉ, Facebook ସବୁ, तो आजिकली देखिए बहुत फेक न्यूज स्प्रेड होଉଛି, तो दैट इज आल्सो क्रिएट कम्युनलिज्म। ओके, फेक न्यूज होଉଛି ए रिलीजन पीपल अटैक कले, तो इन दिस वे व्हाट ना, फॉर ए फन पर्पस दे पोस्ट समथिंग, बट इट क्रिएट ए वायलेंट फॉर्म, बिकॉज मीडिया अपेक्षा सोशल मीडिया रे जल्दी स्प्रेड हुए, चारियाडे स्प्रेड हुए, तो जो रॉन्ग न्यूज टा क्रिएट करूଛି, tension create କରୁଛି, and it leads to communal feeling and finally communal rights. So these are some of the factors. So factors behind communalism, ଯେମିତି କହିଲି common factors, and before before independence ମାନେ କଣ factors ଥିଲା ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ଆମେ discussion କଲେ। So these are the some factors. So riots भी ଆମେ discussion कले, इंडियन पाकिस्तान इंडिया पाकिस्तान जो पार्टीशन ହେଇଥିଲା ସେ राइट रे, सिख anti Sikh riot ହେଇଥିଲା 1984 ରେ, ଯୋଉଟାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ blue star operation. Similarly many riots, okay, not only in national level but also in international level also there are many conflicts. Communalism is not only confined to India, communalism is universal, everywhere is communalism there, communal feelings are there, communal fightings are there. Okay, so it is universal, but in the context of particularly in India, so it is a big threat to our national unity, our nationalism. हम जो कहूँ, so communalism ର effects कौन, ଆମେ तो causes जानी देले, factors जानी देले, effect कौन? First होची it's directly attack our unity, जो हम solidarity अच्छी, that we think we don't belong, maybe we belongs to Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, but our identity is that we are Indians. Okay, we belongs to India, India is our motherland, so ଆମେ ସେଇଆ ଭାବୁଛେ, but because of this communalism, because of this attitude, because of this conflict, जो हमारा यूनिटी अच्छी से यूनिटी टा जो बॉन्ड अच्छी सेटा ब्रेक डाउन, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कम्युनलिज्म। फर्स्ट थिंग, सेकंड इफेक्ट का, that communalism is not just a conflict, it is a violent form of conflict, means loss of death and property, it is a second effect. So many things you see that in time of partition of partition of India 1947, thousands of people are died, okay, killed, so it is a loss. And next is property. So generally in time of communal riots, you see the communal riots, those who are the culprits, so they destroy the public property, okay, private property, they destroy it. So it is communalism, both its effect is what, the destruction of life and property. Next is what, that communalism create tension in the society, okay, it's disturb the social order of the society, one thing. Next is what, that communalism promote again communalism, another thing is what, now because of this communalism, it's directly hamper the development of a nation, it's maybe in India or other part of the world, it directly affects the development process, because because all attention are focusing on this communal rights, not on development. You see maybe Kashmir issue हो कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट इशू हो, जो भी इशू हो, तो यदि हम if we will focus on our development, then our country will grow. But if we will have always we focus on these issues, communal issues हो, ଯେତେ ସବୁ ରିଲିଜିୟସ୍ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ସବୁ, ତ ଆପରେ ଯଦି ଆମେ ଫୋକସ୍ କରିବା ସବୁବେଳେ ତାକୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବା, so then there is no development, there is no development, nothing is there. Okay, so it directly affects the development process. Next is it affect our economic growth. So these are some of the effects of communalism. So there is no positive effects of, all are the negative effects of communalism. Okay. So now we'll come to the, I mean, solution part. Then what are the solutions of communalism? Okay. So first is ban on religious organization or communal organization, because these are responsible for these communal rights. Okay. For example, in India, there are many religious organizations are there. Okay, which create tension in the society. Okay, ସେମାନେ inject କରୁଛନ୍ତି conflict କରିବା ପାଇଁ, violence create କରୁଛନ୍ତି. Okay, different religious organizations ହଉ ବା different terrorist organizations ହଉ, so they are creating disturbances in our country. The first thing is that na ban of political organization, any kind of political organization who have religious link. Okay. So religious link ଥିବା ବା religious organization को first ban କରିବା ଦରକାର. Second thing was the balanced development of all the communities. So balanced development is required. Balanced development ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି, minorities are feel deprived. Why? Na they think that we are deprived and exploited by the other communities. So this deprivation is reason is what? Na this reason of deprivation is what? Na economic. So there is economic imbalance is there. Means development is not equally distributed. Okay. So minorities think that the majority religious communities they are developed, prosperous, but our communities are backward. Okay, underdeveloped. So to solve this problem of communalism, the first part now we should equally. So there should be a balanced development. All should be all are should be means benefited by this means economic development. Look, ଏମିତି ନାହିଁ ଯେ development ଖାଲି ଗୋଟେ community ର ହବ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ community ର ହବନି, ସେମିତି ନୁହଁ, balance development. Then increasing the sense of security in Muslim by way of economic growth among them. तो ये जो deprivation होची ना insecure, so the minorities Muslims हुअନ୍ତୁ, Christian हुअନ୍ତୁ ବା other religions हुअନ୍ତୁ, so because of this a deprivation region कौन ना deprivation region होची insecurity, insecure in terms of economy हो, insecure in life हो, okay, threat to life हो. So minorities think that there is always danger or threat to their life. So आप ପାଇଁ कौन କରିବାକୁ पड़िବ ना आप ପାଇଁ first कौन कଲେ ताଙ୍କର जो ये जो insecure feelings ଟା ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଦୂର କରିବାର ଅଛି ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କୁ self independent କରିବାର ଅଛି. Okay, so ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେ development process ଟା national level ରେ ବି development हो, ତାଙ୍କ level ରେ ବି development हो. For example, there are reservation for minorities. Okay, so this is what na এটা ଗୋଟେ ତାଙ୍କୁ benefit. So they are benefited by the development process. So that are benefit by. So there is no feeling of deprivation. Then separation of religion from politics. ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି communalism ର ସବୁଠୁ main problem ହଉଛି କଣ ନା politics. So religion को ସବୁବେଳେ politics ଠୁ ଦୂରରେ ରଖିବା ଉଚିତ. Okay, because this politics ही communalism create करता है ବା inject करता है ବା insist करता है a communal rights पे for their own interest, for their purpose. ସେଥିପାଇଁ for example, there are many political parties are there which are religious political parties, but caste politics parties, linguistics parties, regional parties. So if actually ସବୁ କିଛି କଣ ନା at least every political party should be free from religion or all kind of like casteism or linguism ତା ଦୂର ରହିବା କଥା. Next is removal of communal orientation in textbooks and other source of schools. So generally ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି socialization ଗୋଟେ process of learning. So formal learning, informal learning. So we learn many things informally from our family. Okay. For example, ଯଦି ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା socializing ସେମିତି ହଉଛି. For example, suppose those who are belongs to different religions, so their parents taught them that this religion is bad, our religion is good. So ଏଇଟା କଲେ କଣ ନା ସେଟା ଆମ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ରେ ଛୋଟବେଳୁ ସୋସିଆଲାଇଜ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ଯେ ୟେସ୍ ୟେସ୍ ଆମ ରିଲିଜିଅନ ଇଜ ସୁପିରିୟର, ଯେମିତି ଏଥନୋସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରିଜିମ୍ କହିଥିଲି, ଫିଲିଂ ଅଫ ସୁପିରିୟରିଟି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଇନଫିରିୟରିଟି। ତ ଏଇ ଫିଲିଂସ ଟା କଣ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ନା ଆମ ସାଇକୋଲୋଜିକାଲି ଆମ ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ ରହିଯାଉଛି ଯେ ଆମ ରିଲିଜିଅନ ହଉଛି ସୁପିରିୟର, ଅଦର ରିଲିଜିଅନ ଇଜ ଇନଫିରିୟର। Similarly, other religion, those who are minorities, they think that we are deprived by the other. So এটা ছোট ପିଲାକୁ ଯଦି ଏଇଟା କହିବ, so really our religion is deprived by the nation or deprived by the majority religion. So two types, ଗୋଟେ negative ରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ deprived ରେ ହେଇପାରିବ. So in this way we are socialized like this. And ଏଇଟା କଣ ନା ଆମର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ communal feelings ଟା starting ରୁ ହିଁ develop କରୁଛି. Okay, ଏଇଟା ହେଲା informally ଆମେ socialize ହଉଛେ. Next is formally କେମିତି ଆମେ socialize ହଉଛେ. Take the example of, for example, in our textbooks. Okay, so sometimes there means there is not exactly communal rights ଭିତରେ ଲେଖାଯାଏ, but ସେମିତି ଏମିତି କିଛି portray କରାଯାଏ ଯେ ଲାଗେ ଆମ ରିଲିଜିଅନ ଭଲ, ଅଲଗା ରିଲିଜିଅନ ଖରାପ, ମାନେ our religion is best. ତ ଏଇ ଟାଇପ ରେ ବି କିଛି ମାନେ ଆମ ଟେକ୍ସଟ ରୁ ବି ସେଇଟା ହଟେଇବା ଦରକାର। ଓକେ, ମାନେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉ କଣ ଆଇ ମିନ୍ ଯୋଉଟା ଟ୍ରୁ ନୁହଁ ସେଇଟା ମେନସନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ। ତ ସେଇଟା କଲେ ବି କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ରାଇଟ୍ସ କମି ଯାଇପାରିବ। Then avoidance of rumor and fake news likely to promote communal prejudice. So ଯୋଉ avoidance of rumors, ତ ଆଜିକାଲି ଜେନେରାଲି ଯେତେ ବି କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ରାଇଟ୍ସ ହଉଛି ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟିଂ ରୁ ସେଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ରିମର ହିଁ ହେଇଥାଏ ଆଉ ଫେକ୍ ନ୍ୟୁଜ ହେଇଥାଏ। ଯେମିତି କହିଲି ରିମର ମାନେ କଣ, ରିମର ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଲୋକାଲିଟିରେ ରିମର ହେଲା that is spread towards all area. Similarly fake news in social media. Okay, so fake news in social media, for examples, for examples like which hurts other religions. Okay, for example, suppose cow killing. Okay, so that is hurts Hindus. So in this way, very many fake news are spreading. ତାପରେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା ଅଲଗା କୋଉଠି କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ରାଇଟ୍ସ ହେଇନଥିବ ବଟ୍ ସେଇଠି ଫେକ୍ ନ୍ୟୁଜ ହେଇଥିବ କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ରାଇଟ୍ସ ହେଇଛି, some people are killed by a particular community, religious community. So in this way what na communalism spread करे. So to solve the communalism, so first we have to stop or avoid this rumor and fake news, then joint enjoyment and celebration of festivals. So ଆମର ୟୁନିଟି କେମିତି ଆସିବ, ୟୁନିଟି ସେତେବେଳେ ଆସିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ we celebrate a festival together. So that will promote our unity. Okay, because ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଛି unity is a diversified country, many religions are there, how their religious practices are different. So different festivals, maybe it's Holi, Diwali, or Ramjan, ho, anything. So every religion, Hindu, Muslim, ho, or in maybe in with Christians, okay, in Christmas. So every religious communities should celebrate with each other, so that that bond will be closed, and this communal feeling will be decreased, and the communal problem will be solved. Okay. So ଏଇଟା ତ ଥିଲା କଣ ନା this is about communalism. Okay. Factors of communalism ଯେମିତି କହିଲି, factors ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି in time of British period. Okay. For example, partition of Bengal ho, Government Indian Act 1909, Communal Law Act 1932, then British policy of divide and rule. Because British know if there is unity among the Hindu Muslims, then it is very difficult to rule over India. They know it better. So to rule over India, so they apply this game that divide and rule. First divide the two communities, Hindu and Muslim, then rule over them. So divide and rule game. So for that reason, they means they make many policies. Okay, first is reservation for Muslims. Okay, then separate legislative assembly, separate benefits for Muslims. Okay, so they're trying. They know that Hindus are majority in India, Muslims are minority. So Britishers first became very close to Muslims. Okay, they first create division among the Hindu Muslims. So the brotherhood, the bond is divided, and the Britishers easily rule over India. So they know how to divide the Hindu and Muslim. So different policies, different tricks Britishers applied, and finally they successful. Another thing is that what now not only they divide Hindu and Muslim, but also they play an important role in partition. Okay, in Indian Pakistan partition. So in this way, they divide two communities, two religious communities, and from that period, this communalism started in India. And after that, we discuss about many factors, political factors, economic factors, social factors, religious factors. Okay, so all these factors are responsible communalism, and also we discover some measures. So now we discuss about from sociological point of view. So understanding communalism from the sociological point of view, तो तादरे ଦୁଇଟା ଅଛି ଦୁଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି colonialist view point ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଉଛି nationalist view point. Colonialist means what? Now this is the view of Britishers. It is view of the Britishers that now those who are the Europeans or Britishers. So their argument is that their view is that communalism is not started with Britishers. It is very old. So communalism बहुत पूर्वରୁ start ହେଇଥିଲା. ମାନେ ଏ ଯୋଉ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ରୁଲ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ହିଁ କମ୍ୟୁନାଲିଜମ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଇଛି, କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ଫିଲିଂ ହେଇଛି, କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ରାଇଟ୍ସ ହେଇଛି। So it is ତାଙ୍କ view. It is not new to India. It is not new to modern India. That communalism it is a concept in modern India. So it is a very old concept. But nationalist view is what? Not different. So nationalist view is what? The nationalist means what? Though in time of freedom struggle. So national view is what? No, it is wrong. So earlier we have a bond, we have a brotherhood, but with British rule, this communal tension started. So their view is that because of this divide and rule, because of this British policy, our nation is divided, communities are divided. So that is the argument of nationalist. Okay. So this is about communalism. Okay. So next we'll discuss about another, that is secularism. Another concept, important concept, secularism. So if communalism is a problem, then secularism is is the solution. I'm just calling. I mean, this secularism means what? The secular means the secular, the term derived from a Latin word, secure, means what? The present age or generation. Okay, present age or generation. But secularism means what? Na secularism means what? The belief in that the religion should not influence or involve in the organization of society, education, government. ମାନେ କଣ? ନା religion को କୋଉଥିରେ part କରାଯାଇ ପାରିବନି. Okay, neither it will involve in state, neither in education or government. For example, India is a secular state. Why? No, because all religions are equal. So in our constitution, in our preamble, mentioned that India is a republic, social and secular state. So secular କାହିଁ ଗଲା? Secular ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କୁହାଗଲା ଯେ our country not believe on any means believe, but the state is not a religious state like Pakistan. Okay, like Pakistan, other Islamic countries. So these states are they are religious states. Okay, not secular. So they are run by religion. Similarly, ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା western countries ର Roman Catholics ହଉ, so Roman states ହଉ, so ସେଇଠି କଣ? So Catholics, so they rule the state. Church rule the state. King is there, but they are the representative of God. But main state, the nation, so that is run by the church, by the religious organizations. Okay. So these are the religious states. ଆମେ କହିପାରିବେ. But in case of India, India is a secular state. Why? Because there is no particular religions, or there is no particular religious organization which rule the country. Okay, it is totally a democratic state of the people, by the people, for the people. So people are important, not the religion. Okay. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଏଟା କଲା neither influence, neither involve in state, neither education. सेमिति हमर एजुकेशन भी सेमिति फिक्स नहीं जे पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन रे एजुकेशन दिया जिवो एवरीबॉडी आर द लिबर्टी फॉर एग्जांपल इन आवर फंडामेंटल राइट्स ओके वन फंडामेंटल राइट्स इज रिलीजियस राइट्स ओके समस्ते निज निजर रिलीजन फॉलो करि परिबे रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिसेस करि परिबे ओके so there is no restrictions on practicing any religion or believe on any religion okay so ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ similarly education ରେ ବି ସେମିତି fixed ନୁହେଁ ଯେ particular religious ର scriptures ହିଁ ପଢାଯିବ particular religion ର language ହିଁ ପଢାଯିବ so in India schools are there madrasa are there madrasas for Muslims okay so church are there so many educational institutions are there okay so run by different religious communities okay maybe by Christianity okay English medium schools are run by many convent schools are run by missionaries. There are some schools are there. There are schools which are, for example, DAV. Okay. So DAV, Dayananda Saraswati. See, I mean, ये हिंदू रह जाओ because he discussed about go back to Vedas. So see religion. Similarly, madrasas for Muslims. So different religions, they have different own educational institutions or education practices. So religions should not be involved in that. Similarly, government. So government भी माने religion को लेके run करिवा उचित नहीं. Okay. Means the government should not run run by the religious institutions or religious parties. तादरे run हुआ तो so this is secular. So secular is just opposite of communalism. So today we'll discuss about that this secularism. Okay. So term secularism तो हमें already discussion कर दिले. So now we'll discuss about the sociological connotation of secularization. So sociological connotation means con. Now secularization is a rational term. Rational. So secularism को तो हम simply term रे बुझी गले. But rationally we have to think. So religion itself is not rational. Okay. Rationality is not there. Rational means what? Now which is good or bad? We understand. We know that this is good or this is bad, or that is cause and effect relations are there. Without knowing that, we simply blindly believe on something. Okay. Take the example of any religion. Any religion. So we blindly believe on some practices. Blindly believe that that religion is bad, our religion is good. Okay. So this is what? This is superstition. This is ethnocentrism. So these are the cause of what? These are the cause of communalism. But rationalism means what? Rational means what? Rational thinking. What I am saying. We know that this is good, this is bad, this is wrong. So I mean, जो rational thinking दा, it हम promote करे to think about the society, think about our community and other communities. हमें जेमिति कहते in group out group. Suppose a particular religion, suppose Hindu, they think that we are in group, but Islam, Christians are out groups. So it means what? Means there is a attitudinal. I'm a mind to see attitude touch. Okay. So to solve that problem, to solve this communal means idea in our mind. So what we need rationality, rationalism, rational thought. So secularism or secular is a rational term. Rational means कौन हमें जेमती कहले democracy. Democracy the all religions are equal. So this is a rational thinking that all are equal. There is no differences, no inequalities in any religion. So that is rational thinking of the state. Similarly, in individual case or in a group case, if we think that no, they are also like human beings. We are human beings. They are also human beings. So if we think like that, not on the basis of religion, because ଆମେ religion କେମିତି ଜାଣିଛେ it is on the basis of our appearance. ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ଆମର appearance କରିବା, ଯେମିତି ଆମର dressing pattern କରିବା, ଯେମିତି practices କରିବା, ଆମେ ସେଇ ଅନୁସାରେ ଆମକୁ କହିବେ ଯେ belongs to a particular religion. But ଯଦି ଆମେ ସେଇ religious practices को ଛାଡିକି appearance को ଛାଡିଦେବା ତାହେଲେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏକା type ର ଦେଖାଯିବେ. Okay. If somebody if Brahmins ସେମାନେ ଯଦି I mean चंदन टीका लगेबेनी कि इस्लाम इफ दे विल नॉट बियर्ड रखिबेनी कि सिख सेमन जदी आई मीन पगड़ी जदी न पिंदिबे तो हम जानि परिबेनी ये को रिलीजन सो यही रैशनल थिंकिंग आनिया दरकार जे ऑल आर इक्वल समस्त इक्वल वी आर फर्स्ट religion is not first humanity first so if you think like that humanity if ଯଦି society survive କରିବାର ଅଛି ବା existence ରେ ଅଛି ତ humanity की ବଞ୍ଚେଇକି ରଖିବାକୁ ପଡିବ so humanity is important not religion if you think like that from the from I mean, if state think like that if people think like that then the problem will be solved there is no communal rights okay so that is the sociological means explanation of uh, secularism then secularization within religion so I would concept secularization within the religion so it is a very I mean confusing ଲାଗୁଥିବ ଯେ religion ପାଇଁ ହିଁ ତ communalism ହଉଛି ପୁଣି religion ରେ secularism କେମିତି ଆସିବ okay so let me tell you ମାନେ religion ରେ secularism କେମିତି ଆସିବ ନା to modify something କିଛି modification ଆଣିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ତାହେଲେ ଯାଇକି religion ରେ ବି secularism ଆସିପାରିବ କେମିତି for example in many religions there are many restrictions are there restrictions means कौन for example take the case of in minorities for example in women in Muslims women are not allowed enter to the mosque masjid similarly in if we discuss about our means Hindus तो ସେଇଠି ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା women are not allowed to worship or become a priest ହେଇପାରିବେନି तो ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ରିଲିଜିଅନ ଭିତରେ ଯଦି ଆମେ କିଛି ମଡିଫିକେସନ ଆଣିବା ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ସେକୁଲାରିଜମ ଟା ଗ୍ରୋ କରିବ ଓକେ ତ ଆ ଦ୍ୱାରା କଣ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ଫିଲିଂସ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ କମି କମି ଆସିବ ତାପରେ ସେକୁଲାରିଜମ ଆଜ ଏ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ତ ଏଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ହିସାବରେ ଦେଖିବା ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ମିନ୍ସ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ମିନ୍ସ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଗୁଡ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ବ୍ୟାଡ ତ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ ଥିଙ୍କିଂ ଥଟ୍ ପ୍ରୋସେସ କୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ତ ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେକୁଲାରିଜମ କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ହିସାବରେ ଦେଖିବା କଥା ଯେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଦିସ୍ ସେକୁଲାରିଜମ ଇଜ ଗୁଡ ଫର सोसाइटी and communalism is bad for the society so a good bad जो value टा यदि society ର members माने realization कले then the problem will be solved then discuss about the secular processes okay so there is a concept the struggle between the sacred and secular okay. sacred secular means कौन ना sacred means जोटा होची पवित्र okay pure a pure ଆଉ secularism ରେ difference कौन बा कौन अच्छी relation ना secularism itself is pure okay but religion বা communalism is impure तो ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ secularism କୁ ଗୋଟେ I mean pure point of view ରେ ଦେଖିବା କଥା ଯେ this is good for the society and this is good the next is the church and the state so ଏଇଟା କେମିତି secularization process ହଉଛି आर एग्जांपल अगेन ମୁଁ ସେଇ ପ୍ରୋଟେଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଆଉ କ୍ୟାଥୋଲିକ କଥା କହିବି ତ ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି in early modern age or between modern and medieval age. So in Roman countries, okay, in Europe particularly Europe, Western countries, so ଯେମିତି କହିଲେ church play an important role. Church decide everything, decide the state policies, decide the people's life. So everything is decided by the church and church authorities. तो ସେଥିପାଇଁ କଣ ନା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ସେକ୍ୟୁଲାର ଫିଲିଂସ୍ ଟା ଗ୍ରୋ କରିପାରୁନଥିଲା ବିକଜ ଅଲୱେଜ ଦେ ସପ୍ରେସ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ସୋ ଅଲୱେଜ ଦେ ସପ୍ରେସ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ କାରଣ ସେମାନେ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହିଁ ଡୋମିନେଟ କରିକି ରହୁ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହିଁ ଷ୍ଟେଟ କୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିକି ରହୁ ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ତାଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ଡୋମିନାନ୍ସ ଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ଆଇ ମିନ୍ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ ହେଇକି ରହିବ ବଟ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆଇ ମିନ୍ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ରୁ ଆଇ ମିନ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ୟାଥଲିକ ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଗ୍ରୁପ ବାହାରିଲେ ପ୍ରୋଟେଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ okay protestant means they protest to protestant means they protest against the orthodoxy of the church and the church is very religious okay he's spreading religious ideas church decide what to do what not to do church means church create a fear. Okay, church bow, church authorities in that time, Roman church rule. So they create a fear among the people. So ଲୋକ ବେଶୀ ରିଲିଜିୟସ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଥିଲେ ବିକଜ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଗୋଟେ ଫିୟର ଆସେ ତ ଅବଭିୟସଲି ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ରିଲିଜିୟସ୍ ହେଇଯିବେ। ସୋ ଯେତେ ରିଲିଜିୟସ୍ ହବ ସେତେ କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ଫିଲିଂସ୍ ବଢିବ। ତ ସେକୁଲାରିଜିମ୍ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ପସିବଲ by secular outlook বা attitude ଆଉ ଆସିବନି। So that is a major problem. But when the some section of people, some group of people, when they realize that no, church is not everything. So there are some other things are also. For example, like ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି Protestant ethic or spirit of capitalism ରେ that the Protestant ethics ସକାଶେ ହିଁ ବହୁତ ସାରା countries develop ହେଇଗଲା। Western countries are developed because of this Protestant ethic or capitalism spread in different Western countries because of this Protestant ethic, but I'm a principle. So they don't give importance to religion. They give importance to money and hard work, time. Taku se importance hai, not to that God is decide everything. So according to Protestant, that Catholic wants je tame if you uh, do worship or give you sacrifice everything for the God, then you will get a good life after death. Okay, so you will get salvation, you will get a good life after death. So that is irrational. But Protestant view is that no, we are chosen by God. ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ chosen by God means what? Na because of our hard work, because of our utilization of time, we will occupy a very good and prosperous life. It means God chooses us, so we are chosen by God. So no need to worship God. କାହିଁକିନା God ଯେହେତୁ ଆମକୁ choose କରିଛନ୍ତି, so we need to follow some practices. So because of this ethic, because of ତାଙ୍କ ଯୋଉ attitude ପାଇଁ ତ ସେମାନେ grow କରିଗଲେ। ଆଉ mainly ଯୋଉ secularism ଯୋଉ concept ଟା secular, so ଏଇଟା Protestant ମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ବେଶୀ ଦେଖାଯାଏ because they are secular, because religion is not important for them. Their development, growth, prosperity is important. So obviously ଯୋଉଠି secular feeling ଆସିବ ସେଇଠି ହିଁ development possible। ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି communal rights ର effect ଯେମିତି କହିଲି, ଯୋଉଠି communal rights ଅଧିକ ହଉଥିବ ସେଇଠି development process ସେତେ grow କରିପାରିବନି କାରଣ ସବୁ focus communal rights ବା solve କରିବା ପଛରେ ରହିବ। But ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା ଯଦି secular ବା secular countries ରେ ସବୁ ଯୋଉ protestant ହଉ ବା secular countries ରେ ତାଙ୍କ development process ଏତେ fast କାହିଁକି? Why they are so developed? Because there is no conflict, there is no religious tension, there is communal rights. So all focus on vested on focuses on what? On development part. So obviously citizens are citizens life standard is improved and state also developed. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ secularism କଣ? Secularism ର importance ହଉଛି କଣ ଯେ ये डेवलपमेंट को प्रमोट करे, बट कम्युनलिज्म एटा डिस्ट्रॉयड को प्रमोट करे। तो हाँ से चर्च और स्टेज भी हम डिस्कशन करते तो से तो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एथिक्स कौन ना सेक्युलरिज्म प्रमोटेड अमंग द प्रोटेस्टेंट्स नथिंग कैथलिक। तो एबे भी हमें जदी देखिबा बहुत सारा कंट्रीज अछि जेमिति कि मुस्लिम कंट्रीज अछि तो से कंट्रीज देखिबा तो डेवलप नो take the case of Pakistan or other Muslim countries, they are not developed. Why? Because their focus is always on just creating tension. They're creators. They're creating tension, the tension and disturbance among the neighboring countries. तो आ द्वारा कौन होती ना निजर ही डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस तांकर हेतो and these countries are not secular. These countries are like communal countries, religious countries. Okay. तो ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଯେ secularism जो church ଟା କହିଲି it is how secularism started ଯଦି ଆମେ କହିବା so secularism started with a slow process ଯେମିତି କହିଲି protestants ମାନେ separate ହେଇଗଲେ ତ ସେଇଠୁ ସେ secular idea ଟା spread କଲା ଚାରିଆଡେ। Okay, so it dispersed throughout the world. So now we'll discuss about the social content of secularization process. Okay. तो आबे एबे देखिबा जे जो सोशलाइजेशन स्टार्ट हैला बट सोशलाइजेशन प्रोसेस टा केमिति कोठु स्टार्ट हैला व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स responsible for promotion of secularization process. Okay, so secularization process of factors कौन हठात I mean communal में हम केमी secularize हेबा. So first is renaissance. Okay, renaissance is the term. Renaissance means what? Rebirth. Okay, birth through rebirth. For example देଇ कहबी. For example ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ give importance to religion. बहुत religious होते. But ଆମେ ଯଦି art, architecture, literature, so ଆ ଉପରେ ଯଦି ଆମେ ବେଶୀ focus କରିବା ତାହେଲେ cultural development ହବ plus community ର ବି development ହବ. ତ ରେନାସାନ୍ସ ମାନେ ରିବର୍ଥ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ରିଲିଜିଅନ ରୁ ମାନେ କିଛି ନ୍ୟୁ ଜିନିଷ ଏମର୍ଜ କରିବା ଯୋଉଟା ତ ସେଇଟା ହଉଛି କେମିତି ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଯେମିତି କହିବେ ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ all the monuments or architects, Taj Mahal, Lal Killa, okay, or Qutub Minar. So these are built by the Islams. Okay. So ସେଇ ସମୟରେ କଣ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ communal rights ଏତେ ହଉନଥିଲା କଣ ପାଇଁ ନା because both Hindu Muslim they both they construct all the monuments. ତା ଦେହରେ ଗୋଟେ new renaissance ଆସିଥିଲା literature ରେ ବି ସେମିତି means Islam scholars they wrote about India, then Indian scholars by Hindu scholars so they wrote about their history. So in this way we should promote our art, literature, architecture so that there will be a new birth from the culture or from the religion. Next is growth of science. Okay, so science also play an important role. Okay, so science is important for promotion of secularism. How? So ଆଜିର ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଗୋଟେ theory add କରିକି କହିବି so that you will be it will be easy for you. Okay, so August Comte, the father of sociology, all of you know. So one of theory August Comte's theory is that law of three stages. Hope all of you know law of three stages. So law of three stages रे कौन ना how society passes from one stage to another stage. ଯେମିତି କାର୍ଲ ମାର୍କ୍ସ କହିଥିଲେ ଗୋଟେ society ଗୋଟେ stage ରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ stage କୁ ଯାଉଛି ଯେମିତି primitive communism, agrarian, feudal, capitalism. So ये जो society transform ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ stage ରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ stage କୁ it is because of economy or because of economic development. So economy ରେ change ଆସିଲେ ବା matter ରେ change ଆସିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଯାଇ କଣ ହଉଛି ନା society transfer ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ stage ରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ stage କୁ ଯାଉଛି. But August Comte explained differently that society passes from one stage to another. It is because of idea বা knowledge ଆମେ ଯୋଉ କହୁଛେ. So because of that, ସେଇଟା transfer ହଉଛି society. How? Now the law of three stages ଅଛି. So ତିନିଟା stage, but theological, metaphysical, and positive stage. So three stages are there. So in theological stage means what? Theological to metaphysical, metaphysical to positive stage. Positive stage तो ଆମେ ତାକୁ scientific stage भी କହିପାରିବା. Okay, same thing. So ये जो society change होଉଛି, society transfer होଉଛି, it is because of idea, because of knowledge. For example, theological society. ଆମେ ଯେମିତି religious society କହୁଛେ, Roman society କହିଲେ ସେମିତି. So ଯୋଉ theological society. Theological means what? Theological means it's related to believe on religion. Okay. So believe on religion, believe on God, that God is created this world, God is responsible for everything. So there is a fear of God in theological society because in that time we don't have any rational thinking. So we believe on that spirits, the God is there, some supernatural powers are there which control and regulate the human life. So like this, ଆମର ସବୁ idea ଏମିତି ସବୁ ଥିଲା theological stage. But then slowly when there is a change in our attitude, change in our idea, our knowledge ଯେତେବେଳେ improvement ଆସିଲା, so ସେତେବେଳେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ stage ଆସିଲା କଣ ନା metaphysical stage. Okay. So metaphysical stage କଣ ନା metaphysical stage it is belief on nature. Okay. You see that idea ରେ କେମିତି change ଆସିଛି, knowledge ରେ କେମିତି change ଆସିଛି. ତ first ଆମେ ବହୁତ religious ଥିଲୁ, theoretical ଥିଲୁ. Okay. Theological କହିଲେ theory ଆଉ practical ଯେମିତି ସେମିତି. So theory means what? Just without any rationality ଆମେ ତାକୁ believe କରିଦଉଛେ. So superstition ହଉ ବା ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ଆମେ just ଗୋଟେ blind belief ଥାଏ. ସେଟା theological stage ରେ ଥିଲା. So that is the religious. ଆମେ ଯେମିତି କହୁଛେ communal stage ବା communal countries ଯୋଉ କହୁଛେ. So still now they are like in theological stage. Means they are very religious and still they believe that God is everything. We are God is creating everything. So like this. But metaphysical stage re कौन होला ना the people. So there is a change in the mind of people that they transform means जो God को इतने importance देते थे, religion को importance देते थे, now they give importance to nature. Okay, so give the nature and matter को importance देले. तो ସେଇଠି changes ହେଲା. So slowly what ना जो metaphysical society stage that is transformed to positive stage by scientific stage. So it changes idea changes है जो scientific stage या positive means what जोटा पॉजिटिव ने लॉजिकल रीजनिंग थी रैशनल ଆମେ ଯାଉ କରୁ पॉजिटिव मीन रैशनल ओके कॉज इफेक्ट रिलेशनशिप तो ସେଇଟା ଆଉ साइंटिफिक साइंस मींस व्हाट एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन तो साइंस इज वेरी ऑब्जेक्टिव इन नेचर नॉट सब्जेक्टिव ଆମେ ଯଦି रिलीजन देखिबा इट इज सब्जेक्टिव इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू एक्सप्लेन बट साइंस इज ऑब्जेक्टिव kind of science objective means I mean anything we can explain for example I'll give you an example how there is a difference between how religion is a subjective and science is a objective. Take the example how rain occurs. Barsa केमिति हुए. So generally those who are religious, okay. So their belief is what now this rain is occurred due to a particular god, Indra. Okay. So this is means what our thinking is like religious, like theological stage. That God is creating everything and everything is occurred by the God. So ବର୍ଷା भी God କରୁଛନ୍ତି. तो ଏଇଟା ଆମର belief. बट आम आइडिया जो चेंज आसले आम जो साइंटिफिक स्टेज को आसले जो पॉजिटिव स्टेज को आसले तो आम साइंटिफिकली प्रूव कले जे नो दिस इज नॉट रेन इज नॉट अकर्ड बाय पर्टिकुलर गॉड बाय सुपरनैचुरल पावर देयर इज अ साइंटिफिक फेनोमेनन बट द फर्स्ट इज व्हेन वाटर हिट्स इट्स एवापोरेट कंडेंस देन प्रेसिपिटेशन तो एटा होची साइंटिफिक फार्मूला तो एई फार्मूला ही रेन होची तो एटा को गॉड करना तो एठी हम ताको प्रूव करले ना प्रूव कर देले जे नो this is not a right belief that rain is occurred by someone. So similarly, religion and secularism ଭିତରେ ହିଁ ସେଇ difference. So religion ବା communalism, religion ରେ ଏତେ communalism କାହିଁକି spread କରୁଛି? ନା because of this thinking, because they are very much attached with God. They are very much attached with the religious practices. But why secularism is scientific? Why it is rational? Because there is a cause-effect relationship. Because all religions, I mean, ଯେମିତି କହିଲି, why secularism is a rational? Because we know that all are the human beings. We are the human beings. We are the Homo sapiens, and we are just humanity is important. So it is nationality. तो हमें rationally आगो thinking कले, scientifically हमें thinking कले. तो scientifically हमें prove कले no human beings को God तैयारी करना है. So it is natural evolution process रे human beings आसिच. Okay. तो ये जो evolution process को it is science. जेमिति कि Charles Darwin is discuss about survival of the fittest. So those who survive, they will fittest. So it is depend upon the human beings, not on the God. God won't even. It is human beings who survive for. So that is belief. For take the example of I will give you an example, recent example. So like now the pandemic corona is spreading. So thousands of people are died. So they are die. It is because of a virus, not by a God. Okay. It is God ମାନୁନି I'm କହିବି I mean ଯିଏ ଖରାପ କାମ କରିଥିବ ସିଏ I mean ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଦେଇଦଉଛି no that is not logic it is scientifically it is medical science according to this virus killing rate is increasing so this is logical okay so logically ଆମେ ଆକୁ scientifically ଆମେ ଆକୁ prove କରୁଛୁ similarly ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା for example any tribal areas ହଉ ବା rural areas ହଉ so they are very means they are very attached with superstition. They are very superstitious. Black magic ho, by any rituals ho, okay, which harms others. तो सेଗୁଡା ଆମେ କଣ ବିଲିଭ କରୁଛୁ ସୁପରଷ୍ଟିସନ ରେ ବିଲିଭ କରୁଛୁ ସପୋଜ କିଛି ହେଲ୍ଥ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଲା ଇନଷ୍ଟେଡ ଅଫ ଆମେ ମେଡିକାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସ ର ହେଲ୍ପ ନ ନେଇକି ଆମେ କଣ କରୁଛୁ ନା ଏ ଯୋଉ ଝଡା ଫୁଙ୍କା ହଉ ବା ତନ୍ତ୍ର ମନ୍ତ୍ର ଏଇ ସବୁ କରୁଛୁ ଏଇଟା କଣ this is religious but scientific one, scientifically, if you will take medicine, consult with the doctor, then the disease will be cured. So that is science. So secularism is always rational. Okay. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କଣ ହେଲା ଯେମିତି କହିଲି ତମକୁ ଷ୍ଟେଜେସ୍ ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟେଜ ରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟେଜେସ୍ ଥିଓରିଟିକାଲ ମେଟାଫିଜିକାଲ ତ ପଜିଟିଭ ଷ୍ଟେଜ ରେ ହିଁ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ ର ଇନଭେନସନ ହେଇଛି। ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଗଲା ଯେମିତି କହିଲି ଓକେ ରେନ୍ ତ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେଲି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ହଉଛି ଏର୍ଲିୟର particularly the church authorities okay କାରଣ church authorities and the kings ସେମାନେ ଷ୍ଟେଟ କୁ ବା ସୋସାଇଟି ବା ପିପୁଲ କୁ ଡୋମିନେଟ କରି ରଖୁଥିଲେ ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ଡିସିଜନ ଫାଇନାଲ ତ ସେତେବେଳେ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ବା ତାଙ୍କର ବିଲିଭ ଥିଲା about the planets okay ସେମାନଙ୍କ ରଙ୍ଗ ନୋସନ ଥିଲା ସେମାନେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ସବୁ ପ୍ଲାନେଟ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଗ୍ରହ ଆଉ ସବୁ ଗ୍ରହ ଚାରିପଟେ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ବୁଲୁଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ ଗାଲିଲିଓ ଓକେ ସିଏ ସେଇଟାକୁ ପ୍ରୁଭ ରଙ୍ଗ କରିଦେଲେ କହିଲେ नो sun is constant but other planets are roaming around the sun. So it means what? It is direct challenge to the religion. Okay, direct challenge to a wrong, irrational thinking. So we everything proves scientifically. Then it is secular. So it means what? The ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ the Galileo also punished by the church authorities, by the king. It means what? They are living the theological stage. But Galileo's thinking in the scientific stage. Everything, anything we can use means another thing I'll give you interesting example. So I read in geography that earlier people in traditional people they think that the earth is flat. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ I mean trading କରୁଥିଲେ okay trading commerce କରୁଥିଲେ ବା I mean the waterways ରେ ତ ସେମାନେ ବେଶୀ ଦୂରକୁ ଯାଉନଥିଲେ କାହିଁକି ନା they think that if ଆମେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଲିମିଟ କୁ ଯିବୁ ସେଇଠି ଜାହାଜ ପଡିଯିବ ତଳକୁ ପଡିଯିବ so it is irrational but scientifically it is proved that earth is round so ଯୋଉଠୁ ଆମେ travel କରୁଥିବୁ ପୁଣି ଆସିକି ସେଇଠି ପହଞ୍ଚିବ so it is proved by science okay so similarly invention of compass okay जो direction देखाए so it means what so direction ଦେଖେଇବାରୁ ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁଛୁ କୁଆଡେ ଯିବା everything anything earlier we think that moon is a god okay ଯଦି ଆମେ religion ନା according to Hindu religion is a god but ଆମେ ଯଦି rationally ଦେଖିବା so moon is a planet so ଆମେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ସେଇଠିକି ଯିବା impossible but because of the science because of innovation through rocket ଆମେ ଯାଇକି moon ରେ land କରିସାରିଲେ Mars ରେ land କରିସାରିଲେ how it is because of science but religion କଣ explain କରୁଛି no these are the planets so they determine our life they determine our future but because of science now we achieve anything else so it is because promotes secularism okay and secularism promotes science generally देखियो ଯେତିକି ସବୁ religious countries ସେଠି science ଏତେ improve ନୁହଁ ଏତେ advanced ନୁହଁ science and technology why na because of this religious feeling but in you see all the developed countries they are secular particularly take the case of in India but all the developed countries they are developed why na because of this secular feeling the secularism is there the next is growth of science then expansion of trade and commerce okay so expansion of trade and commerce also a part of this secularism can trade and commerce there is no boundary that we will trade with a particular religion Muslim only Muslim ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ trading କରିବେ ହିନ୍ଦୁ କେବଳ ହିନ୍ଦୁ ମାନଙ୍କ trade and commerce କରିବେ ତ ସେଇଟା secularism ରେ ନାହିଁ so it is free okay so any religion can means uh, trade with any religion okay so that is then reformations okay so reformation means what na reformation means what na ଯେମିତି କି ମୁଁ catholic ଆଉ protestant ଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ example ଦେଇଥିଲି ତ ସେମିତି ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉଟା ଅର୍ଥୋଡକ୍ସ ରିଲିଜନ ତା ଦେହରୁ ରିଫର୍ମ ହେବା ଦରକାର ଯେମିତି ପ୍ରୋଟେଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ତା ଦେହରୁ ରିଫର୍ମ ହେଇକି ବାହାରିଥିଲେ ସେମିତି ସବୁ ରିଲିଜନରୁ ସେମିତି ରିଫର୍ମ ହେବା ଦରକାର ଓକେ ତ ରିଫର୍ମ ହେଲେ ହିଁ ଏ ଯୋଉ କମ୍ୟୁନାଲ ଫିଲିଂସ ଟା କମିବ ଆଉ ସେକ୍ୟୁଲାରିଜମ ଟା ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ବଢିବ so next is we'll discuss about that particular in secularism in India. Okay. So Indian context ରେ secularism ର କଣ ମାନେ କେତେ value ଅଛି? So ଯେହେତୁ we are under the constitution. Okay. The constitution is the land, law of the land. Okay. So all the citizens should obey the law of the land. ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଯେହେତୁ ଆମ constitution ରେ mention ଅଛି secular. Okay. So India is a republic, social, secular country. ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ secular country ମାନେ ଏଇଠି ସବୁ religions are equal status ଅଛି. Okay, maybe there are some communal rights are there, but not always. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କଣ ନା ଏଇ ଯୋଉ Indian context ରେ ଯୋଉ ଆମ secular term ଟା use ହେଇଛି ଆମ constitution ରେ. So we are bound to obey that means law. So ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କଣ ନା all the religious peoples they coexist together. ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ତ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ India is unity in diversity. Diversities are there, diversity is there, but still unity is maintained. Why? Now, it is because of the secular concept. Okay. So because of secular concept, minorities are benefited by many schemes, by reservations. So ଏଟାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ମାନେ protective discrimination ଆମେ ଯାହା କହିବା. And all are equal before the law, but these are the protective discrimination ମାନେ କଣ? ନା to ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ group ବା community କୁ protect କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ discrimination କରିବାକୁ ପଡୁଛି. Okay. ମାନେ which laws are applicable for others that is not applicable for minorities. Means some benefits are extra for the minorities. So এটা possible କାହିଁକି ହେଲା ନା it is because of the secular principles. One thing India ରେ ଏଇଟା ତ ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ follow କରୁଛି. ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା India is the example of ଯେମିତି କହିଲି diversities ର. World ର ଏମିତି କୋଉ country ନାହିଁ ଯୋଉଠି ଏତେ religion ର people ଥିବେ. Okay, ଏତେ diversified culture ଥିବ. Okay, cultural practices ଥିବ. ତ ସେଇଟା ମାନେ କଣ ସେଇଟା ଆମ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିଟି ଦଉଛି। So it is possible, it is because of secular feeling or secularization. Okay. So ଆମେ ଯଦି present context ରେ contemporary context ରେ ଦେଖିବା communalism is there, but secularism dominate over communalism. Sometimes because of some reason or because of some conflict, communal rights say that. Okay. Then again it's calm down. It is because of secularism, because of this secular idea. Okay. So this is about secularism. Okay. So we discuss about secularism, then how this emerged. So then we discuss about the sociological connotation of secularization. So like rationalization. Then secularization within religion. Then secularism as a value. Then we discuss about secular processes, the struggle between the sacred and secular. Then we discuss about how there is a link between church and the states. Okay, how states are run by church, but now it's changed. Then sociological context of secularization process. Okay. Then we discuss about growth of science, renaissance, expansion of trade and commerce, reformations, and finally we discuss about secularization in the context of India. So again, ଆଉଥରେ ଟିକେ କହିଦଉଛି what is secularization. Now secularization means the belief that religion should not influence or involve in organization of society, education and government. So society, government ଆଉ education institution ରେ ଯେମିତି religion ର influence ନଥିବ. It should be free from religion. So this is about secularism. ଆଉ ଆମେ communalism ରେ discussion କରିଥିଲେ. What is communalism? So communalism କହିଦେଇଥିଲି. It is a strong belief towards their own community or own religion. Then we discuss about its meaning. Then factors are responsible for growth of communalism in India. So before independent India ରେ ଆମେ discussion କରିଥିଲେ କଣ? Now there are some for examples like partition of Bengal 1905, Government of India Act 1909, then Communal Award 1932, British policy of divide and rule. So that is a major factor behind the communalism. The emergence or origin of communalism is British policy or divide and rule. That is the main cause behind the communalism before independence. Okay. So after independent factors କଣ ଯେମିତି କହିଲି ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି And the means politics, okay, political involvement, economic causes, then history of communal rights, isolation and economic backwardness of Muslims community, then administrative failure, then role of media and social media. These are the factors after independence for communalism. Then we discuss about some measures, now how to solve these communal problems. The first is on the ban on communal organizations. So there are many communal organizations or religious organizations are there. So first to ban these organizations. Then we discuss about balanced development of all the communities. Okay, balanced development. So not only one community will be developed, that is not good. So we have to keep in mind that all the communities should be equally developed. Okay, maybe either majority or minority. Then increasing the sense of security in Muslims by the way of economic growth among them. So because of the minorities, they feel insecure. So say insecure ପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ self sufficient ବା ତାଙ୍କ economic growth is required. Then separation of religion from politics. Okay, so religion को political party ବା political politics organization ରେ involve को ban କରିବା ଦରକାର. Then removal of commercial organized orientations in textbooks and other sources of schools, avoidance of rumor and fake news likely to promote communal prejudices. So avoidance of rumor, we first to avoid all these rumors and fake news. Then joint enjoyment and celebration of festivals. Okay, so we have to cooperate with each other, and we have to celebrate all the festivals together. All the religious communities, they should participate in each other's festivals. So then the communal problem will be solved. And finally, we'll discuss about understanding communalism from the sociological point of view. ଯେମିତି colonialist view ହଉଛି ଯେ at least communalism is not new to India. It is very old. British ଆସିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ communalism ଥିଲା by communal conflict ଥିଲା. But nationalist view is what? Their viewpoint is that no, communalism is a sign of modern India. After British ପରେ, after freedom struggle ପରେ, after partition ପରେ ହିଁ ଏ communal feelings ଟା develop କଲା ବା communalism start ହେଲା. Okay, it spread towards all part of the India. It is not only the riots of Hindu Muslim, other riots also ଅଛି. ତ ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି rights ରେ ବି କିଛି example ଦେଇଥିଲି, ଯେମିତି କି ଆମର ଯୋଉ partition, okay, partition of India 1947, then anti-6 riots 1984, ethnic cleansing of Kashmiri Pandits 1989, Babri Masjid 1992, Assam communal violence 2012, Muzaffarnagar violence 2013. So all these are some of the major violences or communal violences in India. So our block 5 is over. So now I will give you some important questions from unit 1, from block 1 to block 5. So first block 5, today we have जो discussion कले communalism और secularism का. तो तार major important questions होची जे define communalism and discuss the main causes behind the communalism. এটা ଗୋଟେ ହେଇପାରେ, ନହେଲେ ହେଇପାରେ what are the factors of communalism and how to solve the communalism in India. এটা ଗୋଟେ ହେଇପାରେ, ନହେଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଇପାରିବ write a note on communalism with examples in context of India. The communalism ର. The next is secularism. So secularism ରେ long questions ଆସିବ ଯେ define secularism and discuss the contemporary situation of secularism in India. ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଇପାରିବ, ନହେଲେ write a note on secularism in the context of India. So it's a block 5 the important questions. Then I will discuss about block 1. So block 1 day we discuss about India as a plural society. Block 1 though. So the other question ଆସିବ write a note on unity in diversity in India. Okay. Next, I would discuss the threat to national integration. Okay. Threat to national integration, for examples like ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି communalism, casteism, regionalism, linguism, racism. So these are threats to national integration. Then another question from log 1 is what are the factors behind change in India? So how India changed? What are the factors? ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି modernization, westernization, industrialization, legislation, education. So these are some of the factors which change the Indian society. So this is about our first block. So second block is social structure and practices. So in that social structure and practices ରେ କଣ ଆସିବ? ତା ଦେହରେ ଅଛି tribes, caste and class. So first tribe ରେ ଆସିବ questions. So what is tribe? Discuss the chief features of tribe. Okay, means characteristics of tribe. Next, write a note on the problems of tribes. Then next one, discuss the remedial measures or solutions to solve the problem of tribes in India. How to question ଆସିବ କଣ? Now what is tribe and discuss the geographical distribution of tribes. Geographical distribution means କଣ? ନା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର କୋଉ ପାର୍ଟରେ କୋଉ ଟ୍ରାଇବ ସବୁ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି. ଓକେ, ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ କଣ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି, ରାଜସ୍ଥାନରେ କଣ, ତ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟରେ କୋଉ ଟ୍ରାଇବ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କ ଡିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିବ୍ୟୁସନ କେମିତି ହେଇଛି, ତ ସେଇଟା ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ କରାଯିବ. ନେକ୍ସଟ ହଉଛି କାଷ୍ଟ. ତ କାଷ୍ଟ ଲଙ୍ଗ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଆସିବ କଣ ନା ଡିଫାଇନ୍ କାଷ୍ଟ, discuss the chief features of caste system in India. Chief features by characteristics. So first you have to explain about caste. What is caste? Now caste is an endogamous group which is based on higher principle of hierarchy, and there are some restrictions, and there is caste panchayat is there. तो तार सेमिति तार जति रहिला तार फीचर्स रे कोन आसीबो, फीचर्स रे आसीबो सेगमेंटल डिवीजन ऑफ सोसाइटी, हायरार्की, endogamy, then restriction on food or commensality, restriction on social institution, social relationship, then restriction on marriage, and restriction on occupation and caste concept. So in this way, you have to explain all the things. I would question as you discuss the factors, discuss the in factors which brings change in the caste system. So caste system रे जो change आसिला तार factors सब कौन? तापर होची ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ होची class. ତା ଦେହରେ define କରିବ what is class. So write a note on class. Same ଲେଖିବ, ନହେଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି question what is class and how middle class emerge in India, or how class emerge in India. So class emerge in India କହିଲେ you just start from the Britishers. So because with British class system emerge ହେଇଥିଲା. Okay, because new earlier classes too ଥିଲା, rich and poor ରେ ଥିଲା. Okay, either zamindar or farmers thila, but with Britishers new classes emerge, particularly middle classes emerge. So tadre both lekhiବାକୁ ପଡିବ, both in rural or both in urban. So how middle class emerge in rural area? Okay, for example ଯେମିତି କହିଲି money lenders ହଉ, traders ହଉ, ये ସବୁ middle class ସବୁ emerge କଲେ rural area because of British influence. ଆଉ urban area middle class କେମିତି emerge କଲା ନା because of industrialization, many other professions middle class emerge, many professions emerge, for examples like professionals so experts on the specialist or skills labor. So in this way middle class emerge, so you have to discuss about that. So next is social institution change. So social institution change रे कौन आସୁଛି ना family, marriage, kinship and religion. So in family, important question is, so what is joint family? Discuss the features of joint family in India. Next question in family, discuss the changes in joint family in India. Next is marriage. Define marriage, discuss the eight form of Hindu marriage. So eight form of Hindu marriage कौन है? मुझे जोड़ा कहती तुमको ब्रह्म विवाह, दैव विवाह, अर्ष विवाह, प्रजापति विवाह, गंधर्व विवाह, राक्षसी विवाह, असुर विवाह, पैशाची विवाह. ये चार्टा को you have to explain all the things. एटा गोटे. तापर आउट क्वेश्चन है define marriage. Discuss the changes in marriage system in contemporary India. So contemporary India रे marriage रे कौन कौन सब changes आसी? मुझे एमती कहती there is change in age, there is change in mate selection. Okay, so जिते rituals थिला changes हो जाइए तो से सब लिखिबो तो plus factors लिखिबो. Factors रे जेमिति होची modernization, urbanization, westernization, education. So you have to mention all these factors in marriage. Then another one important question is what? Now discuss why Hindu marriage is a sacrament and Muslim marriage is a contract. So you have to discuss about that. So after remind कर दूँचे why Hindu marriage is a sacrament, because there Hindu marriage is based on some aim and rituals. So Hindu marriage ର main aim कौन? Dharma, Rati, Praja. You have to explain about these things. So what is dharma, what is Rati, what is Praja? You have to explain. Then you have, this is aim of life, aim of marriage, and then rituals. So why it is sacrament, why it is so pure? Now there are many rituals are attached with marriage. Okay, ଯେମିତି କହିଦେଇଥିଲି ସପ୍ତପଦୀ, ପାଣି ଗ୍ରହଣ, okay, କନ୍ୟାଦାନ. So many rituals are attached before marriage, on the marriage, and after marriage. So because of this rituals and rites, so Hindu marriage is sacrament. Then why Muslim marriage is a contract? Now because Muslim marriages are based on contract. Okay, so there is rituals are there, but it is contract. So it is up to the couple that they will divorce. Okay, somebody divorce नहीं पड़ी, जेतल भी चाहिए. Okay. So another thing is that why Hindu marriage is sacrament? Because Hindu marriage is based on monogamy, but Islam marriage, Muslim marriage is based on what? Na polygamy. Okay, so they can more than one wives. Okay, and the marriage life stability is very less. Okay, compared to if you discuss about the Hindu marriage. Okay, because in Hindu marriage the divorce. Okay, divorce it's not a very easy process. Okay, but in Muslims very easy for that reason. It is contract in nature. Then kinship. So in kinship, important question is what? Now in kinship you have to write what is kinship. Okay, or discuss kinship and discuss and write the importance of kinship in India. এটা খালি গোটিଏ क्वेश्चन. So discuss kinship रे what is kinship लिखिबो ଆଉ ଟିକେ मेंशन कर दो जे kinship रे कोन कोन सब अछि, प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी टर्शियरी किन कोन कोन अछंती. तापर you have to explain what is the importance of kinship in India. ଯେମିତି କି social importance ଅଛି, economic importance ଅଛି, political importance ଅଛି, ତ ଆଉ ବହୁତ ସାରା importance. Social importance କେମିତି ना at least in many ceremonies, it may be birth ceremony, death ceremony, or marriage ceremony, all the kin groups they participate in the ceremonies and they cooperate with the each other. So this is social means social security. Say type of economic security comes in time of crisis or in time of economic problem. So the kin groups they help. Okay, so they provide financial help or economic help to the family. So this is economic. Political community. Now because kin group they are a group. Okay, so they are a group. So in time of politics also they are playing also an important role in casting votes or supporting a particular family or party. So these are the importance of kinship. So next is what? The next is social identities and change. So in that first we discuss about Dalit movement, gender-based movement, and tribal and ethnic movement. So in Dalit movement, long question is so discuss the problems of Dalits in India. ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଲିଖିଦେବ. But you have to mention about the history. Okay, ସେଇଟା. Then another question, important question is discuss all the Dalit movement in India. Okay, this is all the Dalit movement जोड़ा जिसको हमें discussion କରିଥିଲେ. Okay, नहले अलगा way ରେ ଲିଖିପାରିବ. discuss the contribution of Dalit leaders in upliftment of Dalits. ଯେମିତି କି ଜ୍ୟୋତିବା ଫୁଲେ, okay, ଜ୍ୟୋତିବା ଫୁଲେ, he contributed in sphere of education, girls education, then upliftment of Dalits, ସେଇଟା mention କରିବ. B.R. Ambedkar, so B.R. Ambedkar also playing an important role in upliftment of Dalits. Okay. तो केमिति ता देहरे सब ସବୁ movement ର ଦବ, ଯେମିତି ମାହାର movement କହିଥିଲେ in Maharashtra, then movement in other part of India, how the people they converted from Hinduism to Buddhism. So you have to mention all these things in this. Then is Periyar and movement in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So non-Brahmin movement jota haitila, that in that you have to mention who is Periyar and what is his contribution for upliftment of Dalits. Then finally that BSP जो movement haitila, okay, Bahujan Samaj Party, then it's uh, lead by Kansiram. So तादर से mention करियो जो how they started the movement, और तारे आउरी तादर अच्छी Panther movement. So you have to mention all these things in that. So next is gender-based movement. So in gender-based movement, you have to mention what are the major issues of women or problems of women. Then you have to discuss about all the movements, women movements in India, ଯେମିତି feminist movement, ତାପରେ agitation against dowry, then agitation against violence of rape. ସେ जो movement ହେଇଥିଲା with example, with date, you have to mention all these things in that. Okay. Then another question in that, so what are the solutions of women violence? Okay. How to stop women violence in India? The next is tribal and ethnic movement. So in tribal and ethnic movement, major questions are that discuss, first you have to write what is tribe, then discuss the major tribal movements in India. That is a tribal movement ହେଇଛି. So you have to mention about, you have to not write more, just write ଅଳ୍ପ ଅଳ୍ପ କରିକି ତ mention କରିକି ସବୁ tribal movement ରେ ଲେଖିବ. So ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ଥିଲା ସବୁ important question probable, so that you have an idea, ଗୋଟେ idea କରିପାରିବ ଯେ ହଁ ଏଇ type ର ପଢିବାର ଅଛି. Okay, so with that, with this I conclude my today's session. So learners, if you have any doubt or query, ପଚାରି ପାରିବେ. Learners, କିଛି doubt ଅଛି? ଆଉ ଲର୍ନର୍ସ ଯୋଉମାନେ ନୋଟ୍ସ ପାଇନଥିବ ସେମାନେ ମତେ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କରିବ, ମୁଁ ନୋଟ୍ସ ପଠେଇଦେବି.
ସାର୍ ଆପଣ କେମିତି କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କରିବେ ସାର୍?
ମତେ ମୋ ନମ୍ବରକୁ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ସଆପ୍ କରିଦିଅ, ମୁଁ ନୋଟ୍ସ ପଠେଇଦେବି. ମୋ ନମ୍ବରଟା ଲେଖିଦେଇଥାଅ.
ହଁ ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ମିନିଟ୍. ହଁ ସାର୍ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍.
9090
9090
35
35
9845
9845
9845 9090 35 98, ହଁ କହିଲ.
9090 35 9845.
ହଁ ମତେ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ସଆପ୍ କରିଦିଅ, ମୁଁ ନୋଟ୍ସ ସେଣ୍ଡ କରିଦେବି.
ଓକେ ସାର୍, ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍.
हेलो
हाँ यस
सर नेक्स्ट क्लास केबे हबो पुणी
नेक्स्ट काली अछि
अच्छा
काली
ठीक है
काली से
आ,
काली काली 9 रे अछि और टुमारो इज माय लास्ट क्लास ओके तो सेति ଯେତେ ବି ଡାଉଟ୍ସ ଥିବ କାଲି ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଥରେ ରିଭାଇଜ କରିଦେବି ସବୁ ବ୍ଲଗ୍ସ ଆଉ ଯାହାର କିଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ ଥିବ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଟିକେ ପଢିକି ଆସିଥିବ କାହିଁକିନା ତାପରେ ଆଉ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହବନି କାଲି ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ୍
ठीक
ତ
है
ପଢି
ସାର୍ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ଡାଉଟ୍ ଅଛି କି ମୁଁ 2020 ମସିହା ଜାନୁଆରୀ ବ୍ୟାଚ୍ରେ ମୁଁ ଆଡ଼ମିସନ୍ ନେଇଥିଲି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ତେଣୁ ପରୀକ୍ଷା ଥିଓରି ପରୀକ୍ଷାଟା ସାର୍ କେବେ ହବ କ'ଣ ସେଟା?
ସେଇଟା ଏଯାଏଁ ଆମକୁ ଇଗ୍ନୁ କିଛି ଇନଫର୍ମ କରିନି ପରୀକ୍ଷା ବିଷୟରେ ତ ଏବେ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଖାଲି କ୍ଲାसेସ୍ ଚାଲିଛି ଯଦି କିଛି ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ମିଳିଲା ମୁଁ ଜଣେଇଦେବି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଓକେ ସାର୍ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ।
ଓକେ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣର୍ସ ଆଉ କାହାର କିଛି ଅଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ ଅଛି? Okay then. So again, tomorrow 9 o'clock. Again, after meet करेंगे. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
ओके सर थैंक यू।